not to be like a negative Nancy or anything, but I really wanted to talk about how lonely it is to be chasing your dreams. I don't want to sound corny, but I've restarted my life twice, and I'm 19. I moved out of my parents' house when I was 15, and I moved to a new country, went to a new school, made a new friends. Like, started my entire life from scratch in a new country when I was 15. And then when I was 18 or 19, I packed my shit and I came to not New Zealand, Japan. And that's where I am now. It's so lonely, dude. Like, I know people say, you have to be alone to, like, strive for the stars and shit. Okay, yes, true, but it's so hard. I feel like every couple of months or so, I go through this evolution or this phase where I want to change absolutely everything about my life. And I get so sad, and I have these most doubtful, awful thoughts about myself, the people around me, and I just hate the person I become. And I like let go of, I'm almost like letting go of everything I work towards. And then I'll have this like evolution period where I'm starting a new routine in a way, and then I have a month of just bliss where I'm resonating with everything that I'm doing, and everything is great, and career-wise everything is going great. And I just have this cycle like once every 3 months or so. Right now I'm in that everything sucks, everyone sucks, I suck, I hate everyone kind of phase. I don't know, and I thought it was important to talk about it because for me, I come from a household where my mom has been working her entire life. We have a very complex relationship, which played a big part in me wanting to move out when I was 15. And then my dad, he has an unconventional job, never went to uni. None of my parents went to uni. And then I have a brother who's actually my half brother, who I don't really have a relationship with, even though I want to. Like, we're close in proximity now, but we've never really had a relationship growing up because he moved out when he was 15 as well. And he went to uni. To me, from my perspective, he's like the perfect golden child. And when I compare myself to, I know it's not healthy, but when I compare myself to that, it doesn't feel too great if I'm in this mental state. Usually I'm like fine, but if you're the kid in the family that's paving their own way, I think you would understand this feeling and you would sympathize with me when I say that you have this overwhelming guilt that it feels like you're not taking full advantage of what you could be given your parents' paths and what they've done with their life, or your brothers, but you've completely ignored that to pursue something for yourself, and it feels so selfish. And it's not like my parents have ever told me, oh, you should be this, you should be that, you should be doing this. But I guess that's just what comes with being quite self-critical. I'm very self-critical. And nobody has told me to my face, like, oh, you shouldn't be doing this. This is not a real career. But I'm the one that's telling me this. When I'm doing well, I don't let anything get to me. I'm the toughest soldier I've ever seen in my life, and me and my brain like this. But when I'm in these ruts or these negative places, these darker places, I'm like, I don't know. I just wanted to share that on here because I know I put out a very positive image. Naturally, I am very positive. My friends tell me that sometimes it's like how naturally positive I am and how optimistic I am. So I thought it would be realistic and important to share this side as well. Yeah, shit gets hard, dude. Like, when I first moved to New Zealand, I had no friends. I knew nobody. I was starting a new school. Everything was completely new, and I was put in a home. I'm very fortunate. Okay, let me preface that. I'm very fortunate that my parents financially supported me through all of this, and I had a roof over my head that I didn't have to worry about to pay for. But this, like 15, I think is a very developmental year, or like that phase in your life. And I was put in 3 different homestay families in my 3 years of high school there. First family, the family itself was great, but the environment was not very healthy for me to be in. So I moved. And also having these hard conversations is telling a family that willingly took you in, telling them I don't want to be here anymore, I want to move, is such a hard conversation for a 15-year-old to have. If you think about it, like when you were 15, or if you are 15, imagine telling your family, I don't like it here, I'm gonna move. Even if it is in the best interest of you, it's such a shitty thing to say, you know what I mean? So I did that 3 times. The second family I was with for 2 years, and it seemed great at the start, but I've never felt more unwanted in my life and uncared for. And I know it's such a blessing to be able to compare this negative experience to even have something to compare it to, like my family. But I've never felt so unwanted, so uncared for. And this like homestay system is so broken. Why am I about to cry right now? This homestay system is so broken because these kids that are often coming to be an international student, to be hosted by these homestay families, they're very young and they don't speak English. And so when they come to these families and there's mistreatment and misconduct, they're not able to vocalize it and file a formal complaint. So these families, some of these families, benefit off of that, and they take advantage of these kids, and you know they're benefiting from it because they're getting paid, and they have this track record of having heaps of kids, and so they would be charged more, and the school would be like, okay, well, they've been doing this for years, of course they're good, when in reality it's just because they've been taking advantage of the fact that kids can't actually file a formal complaint. From when I was in that house, I was doing horribly, like mentally, and I had to do so many dehumanizing things in that house that I'm not even gonna share on here. But I'm so grateful that I had my best friend Bailey at the time. He lived maybe 30 seconds from my house. I spent so much time at his house as an escape. And when I didn't have the stability, like I saw it in my boyfriend at the time. He was a very stable person. His family was very stable. Also, comparing my living situation to that was also a whole issue. But this is all happening while I'm going to high school and I'm doing all of these things for my career while my home is like this. And nobody knew about it because I didn't talk about it. Because I thought it was fine while I was still in the house. I thought it was completely fine to be treated the way that I was until I was kicked out of this house. I was told maybe a week before I had to leave. They were like, hey, we're gonna renovate the whole house, so you're gonna have to leave. And I had to like scourge through all my things to try and organize a homestay. This was also the week before I graduated. Once you graduate, the school has no ownership or responsibility over you, so you're kind of fucked. You have to figure yourself out. Given I'm a child, right? I don't know any adults. I don't know how to get an apartment. I can't get an apartment. I'm 17. But everyone's just like, okay, figure it out. Luckily, there was one homestay that was available, so I stayed with them for a month. And this month is when I realized how good homestays could actually be. And I realized how bad I actually had it. and this was the only time that I realized how bad I actually had it. So if my third homestay is watching this, thank you for changing my experience and completely changing my opinion on homestays. This was the first time I was included in Christmas. I felt like a part of the family, which is what homestays are paid to do. They're like, yes, it's housing, but they're supposed to be your home away from home. You know what I mean? Anyways, that shit was hard. Also making friends when everyone's grown up together, right? And when people go primary, middle school, high school, everyone knows each other. And when you're just plopped into there from a different curriculum, from a different country, shit was so hard. And I was overcompensating in many ways that I'm really realizing now. But then, what did I do? When I was 18, freshly 19, my visa for New Zealand ran out. So I had to come to Japan. I could have gone to uni, but I just could not see myself staying in New Zealand for 3 more years. So I moved to Japan. This is the first time I'm living in Japan, even though I am Japanese. I grew up in Indonesia from 3 years old to 15, and then 15 to 18 in New Zealand, and now I'm here. This is the hardest transition I've ever had in my life. One, because I didn't grow up here, so I don't have the culture set in me. From Indonesia to New Zealand is quite similar because I'm from a Western, like, international school. So, you know, the way people interact is very similar. But when you're plopped into a Japanese society looking Japanese, but with a Western way of thinking, so many things work against you. Societal norms are not norms to you. When you're put in a Japanese work environment, from the get-go, you're seen as, you know, disrespectful, naive, dumb, even though you're not. And I've even seen it in, like, between my family members. My best language is English. I speak Japanese, but not as well as I do English. And I had this realization where I'm never going to be able to enunciate my thoughts and enunciate my opinions and perspectives the way that I do in English in Japanese. My parents are never going to know who I am, you know, and what I believe, and I'm not going to understand them either. And even though I'm studying Japanese and I'm getting better, like, these are the closest people to me, and I feel like I'll never understand them fully who they are, and they'll never understand me, and that's so lonely. Sorry, I'm not even gonna, why am I crying? I don't know, it's just a really lonely thing to think about, and you get taken advantage of, and it's also really hard to make friends here, because everyone's so in their bubble. Like, when I try to talk to Japanese people, I don't get it. Like, I don't get their humor. They're very closed, I guess. So, like, my thinking doesn't align with their thinking, so I'm automatically alone, like, a little different. I don't have friends that I grew up here with. I have friends from Indonesia, but these are childhood friends, you know. It's not like we're gonna click morally now that we're adults. I have a beautiful, like, friend group now, but once you've, like, moved around so much, you feel like all these friends are so temporary. It's like I'm a spaceship, right? And I'm traveling to all these different planets, and it feels like now that I'm here, I have these people, but I don't know, I don't feel as though I'll ever be one of them. Like, one of them. Yes, it's very lonely. I spend a lot of time by myself, which is also a blessing and a curse, because I love spending time with myself. I always grew up spending time with myself, but I don't know, it's hard, dude. But at the same time, I've achieved so much in my life that I've wanted to. So yes, chasing your dreams is lonely, but your dreams will come true. Not to say that you have to be lonely to achieve your dreams. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. It's kind of just a rant of how I'm feeling right now. That's why I love YouTube so much. I feel like I can actually be real with you. Because on Instagram and TikTok and all of that, I love my content, you know. I love what I put out. I believe in what I put out. And it is a part of me, but it's a different side of me. And because I'm concerned about if the video does well or if it gets taken down, if it gets flagged. But on YouTube, there's, you know, it's not like a video pops up. You willingly clicked on this because you resonated with whatever that was in the title. And I think that's just a beautiful thing. Like, I'm not put in front of your face to watch. Like, you're watching this because you want to. I'm putting this out because I want to, not because I want to grow or... I mean, I do want to grow on here, but not solely because I want to grow. I don't know. I've always loved YouTube. I've been posting since 2014, I think. How old was I? I was 9? What? No way. Hold on. Oh my god, I was 9 years old? How crazy is that? I think I remember my first video. My first video was a slime video on how to make slime with no borax activator. And then I had like my first kind of viral video. It was a send this to your crush or send this to someone you hate video. Gang, my digital footprint, actually crazy. Me and Timothy Chalamet actually might have a similar digital footprint. But that's where I started. I've always loved YouTube. I have a brother, but I basically grew up as an only child. So I had a lot of alone time, and I had a device, like a phone, from a very young age. I don't know if I will ever do that to my kid, but I had access to the internet from a very young age. And YouTube was always where I was, and I was a little lonely, so I always, growing up, so I was always on YouTube. I was always watching like Wasabi Productions, Ryan Higa, like Ashley Marie, Laura DIY. All of these people were such key people in my growing up, and I've always wanted to do that. I'm still figuring out what direction I want to take this channel, but I know I want it to be authentic. I want it to be real. I don't want it to be super curated and super produced. And I hope it finds the right people that enjoy that kind of thing. Ooh, my lips are so chapped. It's because I've been so anxious. I've been like biting away at my lip as if it's a gourmet meal. Ooh, oh my god. Not the best condition. Today's the first time I'm leaving the house and actually getting ready in about a week. Because I've just not been doing well. That's a weird thing to put out on the internet, eh? It's not a cry for help. I don't want sympathy. I just want to show you that I know, like, I'm a very positive person online, and this is also the reality of it. And to show you that you're not alone if you're also feeling this way. Yeah, I'm leaving the house for the first time in about 4 days. I'm going to a beautiful, beautiful library in Japan, in Tokyo, to edit a YouTube video that's gonna probably go up after this, because I have no plan to edit this video. I might put captions on it, but yeah, this closet clear out video. So I'm gonna edit that there because I just need a change in the environment, you know. This room is starting to get a little musty. Beautiful eyebrow, oh my gosh. Oh, it's like kind of going down though. It's kind of bringing my face down. Do you guys want to watch me do my makeup? Or should I end the video? I'll do my makeup. Let's do our makeup together. I really want to move to London. I want to go to Europe. I've been saying that I want to move to London for years, but I've never been to Europe. I want to go to Europe, and I've always felt so drawn to London for some reason. I don't know why. It's not like their food is good. I'm a giant foodie, so I don't even know what I'm gonna do there. But I don't know. I've always been telling people I'm gonna go to London. I'm gonna go to London. And I don't know if you guys are into astrocartography and those kind of things, but it also says the United Kingdom is where I should be for my, was it career growth? Something like that? Oh, that's a little thick eyebrow. I haven't done that in a while. That looks a bit scary. Why didn't you guys stop me? Oh my god, that's so thick. Or am I just so eyebrow blind that a normal eyebrow looks so thick to me? That actually might be the case. That looks so thick. Am I tripping? Or is it? I don't know. I don't know. This is what happens if you don't put makeup on for a while. I forget how you do it. What a horrible angle. Beautiful. Beautiful. What lash serums do you recommend if I want thick eyelashes? Because I have long eyelashes, but they're not thick. I want thick corals. Do I want to do eyeliner? Yeah, might as well. Ooh, my belly ring is stuck on my jeans. That was quite painful. What am I doing? Do I want to do eyeliner? I don't feel like this look calls for eyeliner. Like, I feel quite beautiful without anything right now. Let's do like a shadow liner. Stunning. Ooh, I don't like that. Makes me look so emo. I've grown out of that phase, Mom. Something looks off. I don't know what it is. Maybe I do need eyeliner. I don't know what it is, but something looks off. That's huge. It's not really what I was going for, but alright. That's a bloody huge eyeliner. Is that normal? Have I just been doing tiny liners? Yeah, okay, that's a healthy amount of liner. Okay, yeah, that's kind of the amount I was going for. Well, we're almost about to hit 30 minutes. I'm like, this eyebrow is looking so off to me. Is this me? Does it look off to you guys? I don't even know. I don't even know, fam. Ugh. This is my favorite place to put blush. Because I love my high cheekbones. TikTok tells me to cover it, but girl, it's my lineage. My mom's side of the family, the entire lineage there has extremely high cheekbones. And I think that's why even when they're old, they look so fab. Because the cheekbones like hold on to their skin, you know, like it hooks on. So my entire mom's side looks so fab even when they're older. So why would I want to hide that? See, this kind of thinking is what doesn't pass in Japan. Can you hear that? If you understand Japanese, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you had to hear that. Beautiful. My lips. This is an issue that I need to be solving. Wow, I really needed that talk, guys. Thank you so much for listening. I know I'm gonna come out of this rut. I have every single time. It's just when I'm in it, it sucks and it's soul sucking and it feels like everything I've worked towards was for nothing. And I just want to disappear off the face of the earth. I know I'm dramatic, okay? I'm dramatic, but it's a blessing and a curse. Because I'm actually feeling these things and it actually feels like the end of the world. Might just be because I'm an earth sign and I feel a lot of emotion. See, now I'm gonna get hate comments being like, astrology's not real, it's so cringe. Like, why are you hating, man? Let me believe what I want to believe, okay? Do you think I hate on you when you want to believe things? No. I mind my business. Something a lot of people should be doing more. No shade. My nose looks really flat. I mean, it is. I love my nose though. But I think I need to contour it. It looks kind of weird. I've been using this. My mom was using this brush when she was, I don't know, in her 30s. And now I'm using it. I don't even think it's good for my skin that I'm using this. Yeah, that's a bit better. Here's the finished makeup look for today. Very minimal. I'm gonna go work on a video now. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, you're a real one. Let me know if you made it to the end. Maybe comment like a heart emoji. I love you so much. Bye.